Today is May 28th, I think. Joe forgot his snow pants. But who cares? It's 70 degrees outside. This is probably our last snow bike ride of the season. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna try to go in those trees over there and find some snow. And it was awesome. Look at all these pics. We were in some steep country, made it up to the ski resort, checked out some big cornices. What a fun day. I'm gonna video you. Alright, this first part of the ride was actually pretty sketchy. We pulled up into the steep pines right where I always like to go up in the regular time of the winter. But the conditions are really, I don't know how to explain it, weird. Like your ski would stick and I'm gonna try this way. So yeah, your ski would stick, but you had all kinds of traction, and then on the top of that, man, you really had to over exaggerate your leaning to keep the bike up straight. I did not want to go down in that stream right there. Dude, it's weird. But check this out. We were ripping, made it up through the trees. After a lot of effort, that is. To be honest, I was not on my game today. Just did not feel like I had any kind of balance or anything going on for me. I was struggling the whole day, it felt like. But man, when you can just point the bike straight uphill and go, it is so awesome. Woo! Woohoo!
It's pretty gnarly.
Dude, this is hard.
Yeah. Like, oh crap, that's not turning.
Yeah.
To turn. I think because I'm in wheelie mode.
All traction, no traction. Can't turn, turn. Okay, this is interesting. So shortly up through here, I was going straight up the hill. My track got stuck on a log, or not stuck on it. I just lost traction on a log. And so I ended up stopping in the vertical position, and the bike and everything slid backwards downhill. Of course, I didn't have the GoPro on at the moment. But I slid backwards downhill, high-sided, fell on top of the bike, then slid off the bike into a big pile of down trees. I hurt my elbow pretty good, hurt my thigh, I heard my back pop. It was not good. This is sketchy. The reason it's sketchy is because your ski sticks, and so you don't have great turning. And I'm actually bummed because I'm usually pretty good about videoing everything. Like, I don't really care what you guys think if I wreck or don't wreck or whatever. Honestly, wrecking makes for good videos, but unfortunately, I was not videoing when I crashed. But the rest of the day, I was riding pretty timid after that because my arm hurt so dang bad, and so did my back. But having said that, getting up through these trees was super fun. Like, even though I injured myself, oh, here's a total bonehead move. This is after I've wrecked, so now I'm being timid, and instead of just gassing it and going forward, I totally just did a total bonehead move there. So, yeah, this was kind of sketchy because every time you even try to lift the bike up, it just slides downhill. So I had to employ the help of Joe to get him down here to get me out of this mess. Here comes Joe in his shorts. Not too many people can say they've snowbiked in shorts. But eventually we got out of those super thick, well, not really thick, just super steep pine trees. And from there on, it was just going uphill all day, like just climbing anything and everything, getting up on the steepest stuff we could find. Like, some of these slopes right here. And the sketchy thing was, if you started sliding even a little bit, you better gas it, clear that track out, and point it downhill quick. Otherwise, you're just going to slide the whole way down the mountain. So much fun.
Woo! I feel like it gets really steep right up. Oh, this is really...
Okay, I'm going down.
I wasn't sure how much video to keep including in this video because the video is getting long. There's a lot of people that don't have a lot of patience these days. They struggle getting past the 2-minute mark according to my analytics, which is why I try to keep videos shorter. But I had to keep some of these shots in here just because it's so fun getting up in this super steep stuff and just being able to go straight up it. It's just awesome. So much fun.
Yeah, I totally started sliding and I was like, you're gonna have to speed up if you want to turn. Like, you got to. I'm like, but I don't want to.
So check out all these water patterns in the snow. It's pretty crazy how when the snow starts melting a lot, it creates all these little ravines in the snow. It's kind of wild. Joe said, he was actually up here last weekend, Joe said that it was melting so much when they were up there, there was literally rivers of water like just running right down the middle of the slope. Pretty wild. But this was May 27th, 2023. This is a record year for Utah. We broke all historical records as far as the amount of snow, total depth of snow. I can't remember the latest I've ever ridden up in this area in the past. I want to say it's closer to the 1st of May, not the end of May. But man, there's just so much snow. Watch this turn right here. When I turn, the track just instantly starts to go downhill. You see that there? I had to gas it to get the track to come back to me. So there's a little tip for you. If your track starts sliding, it's best to just gas it. If you let off the gas, you'll just slide down the hill. I left this clip in here just to show you another example of that rutted out snow condition, like where snow has just been melting and water's running over the top of it. You can see all these weird little ravines and tracks, and it's just crazy. It's pretty cool. Eventually, Joe and I made it up pretty high into the Alpine-ish area. Did a really long hill climb here, and actually the end of this hill climb was the Brighton ski resort. Brighton is closed down for the season. There was nobody up there. We just thought it was pretty cool to cruise around on the resort, check out some of the like ski lifts and stuff. Being up on top of all the peaks up there is pretty sweet. It's coming up here really quick. There's Joe riding wheelies again. Joe and his wheelies. He likes to ride wheelies. Check out the snow. It's just crazy. Look at all those ruts. Anyways, there's one of the ski resort buildings of Brighton. We kind of side-hilled our way down into this.
Gosh. Yeah, don't fall on that.
You definitely wouldn't want to screw up and fall in that big pile of metal right there. Talk about a death trap. Anyways, this is pretty cool. Snuck over here onto some of the ski runs. Didn't really do any jumps this day where the snow is firm like this. Man, snow bikes do not land on firm snow very well. I'm sure it's the same for snowmobiles and anything else. Did a couple little jumps. But besides not wanting to jump on hard snow, I'm also riding the S model kit. I brought the S model on purpose because it's got a little bit stiffer lug on the track. A little bit stiffer lugs do better in stiffer snow conditions. My 3-inch track I think would fold over on the kind of harder snow in places. But the S model actually did really well this day. One thing I learned, here's a tip for you on the S model. Check your spring lengths and check it against the stock recommendations. All winter when I've switched off with the kids and ridden this S model kit, I've always felt like it just had no suspension, like it just bottomed out super easy. It just felt like a stiff board. Well, just for kicks, before this ride, I kind of stiffened everything up, put more air in the Air Pro, put more air in the TSS, and then I checked those spring lengths, and turns out both springs, front and back, they were almost too far out. Like, they're just super loose. So the springs weren't really doing anything all winter long. I wish I would have changed it sooner, because when I did put those spring lengths back to the correct length, and I actually went just a little bit stiffer. I went 6.5 inches on both springs. Dude, it's a completely different bike. I can feel the suspension working now, and I never felt any harsh bottoming out. It totally worked awesome. One more thing. You can totally get away with just the Air Pro if you have a short S model kit. I'm very impressed with how well the front forks are working on this bike with only 12 psi in the Air Pro. So as long as you're not going to ride it super hard, it works totally fine. I had 0 complaints.
Little avalanche happened right there. Maybe it's not so little. Took out all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty worried about our trails this summer with the avalanches, and not just avalanches, just the weight of the snow on all the trees. There are so many broken limbs and trees down. There's going to be a lot of trail work to happen this summer to make their trails rideable again. That is, of course, in about 2 more months when all this snow finally melts. But I'm pretty happy to see all this snow. Utah's been in a drought for a long time, so we needed it. So we will sacrifice a month or so of trail riding to not be so worried about water anymore. This is such a cool area. There's all these little waterfalls. Right here, there was a little waterfall, and Joe motioned hey, should we jump it? And I'm like, dude, no way. That snow is thin. If you jump off this little waterfall right here, you'll land on about 6 inches of snow that's covering a stream running downhill. You can see the thin snow right there. Yeah, if you tried jumping off that, you would go straight to the ground. That wouldn't be good. Man, there was so many fun, cool little things we did, just like this. Sneaking over that finger of snow and doing a little baby jump off of there. So much fun. Anyways, Joe and I had an absolute riot. This is probably our last ride of this season. Just because you can see to the left there's a pretty good stream running down. We are running out of solid patches of snow to be able to access and get up in the mountains. Plus, I've got a brand new Beta 300 in the garage. I'm really liking it, and I'm just itching to get out in the dirt. I love snow biking, but I really like dirt biking. It's so much fun. Just the speed of dirt bikes alone is pretty fun. But you don't get into crazy terrain like this on your dirt bikes. So, 2 super fun sports. I love them both. Anyways, coming down the ravine here, we had to sneak under a couple trees. Found some snowmobile tracks. There's some diehard snowmobilers out there too, just like us snow bikers. But what a fun ride. This was awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm sorry this video is 15 minutes long. It's probably not going to come out. I don't think I'm going to export this one in 4K. It's just too big of a video. It'll take all day to upload.
That was awesome!
Sweet. I'm so glad it worked. I was like, I really hope we don't.
Thanks to all you guys that watch my videos. To be honest, I'm really getting tired of making videos. I mean, how many new things can you talk about in each video? But there's a few of you diehards that keep watching them, so I'll keep making them for you. Here we are making it back to the truck on this last little patch of snow. Such a fun ride. There's the truck waiting for us to take us home. Thanks again for watching. Peace out.
GoPro stop recording.